on YouTube. Okay, we are actually live on YouTube. Sorry, DeFizz. You'll have to listen to us in your ear on your phone while you go get lunch. I don't know what to say. Given, I don't think we have a ton of breaking news this week in Splinterlands. There's some interesting stuff going on. We can check on proposal statuses. And other than that, there is one kind of interesting new proposal that's coming out. But before we get into any of that, Bebeomega, how has your week been? And go ahead and say hi to everyone.
My week is good, but my YouTube is showing that we still haven't. Okay. Yeah. Now it's showing me the advertisement that we have started. So my week was like any other week. I was focusing on maximizing my IOV airdrop. So that's where most of my attention have been. And
That's good.
yeah, running on autopilot on Splinterlands. I did what was it? Was it 14 matches, the tournament? I did 8 and 6. Like I was positive, but overall didn't make it to the second day, which was a bummer. But it is what it is. And pretty much that would sum it all.
Yeah, I went 9-5. No, I went 8-5. No, it was 14 matches, right? I had
I
a
think
draw in the first match, in the first round, and the draw got me into the second day because I was like 8-5-1.
we'll see. Yeah, I was
And
8 and didn't make it.
and so I made it to the second day. The second day, I ended up with like a final record with like 13 wins or 14 wins. So positive for the tournament, but I was like 157th place or something like that, and so I didn't even get a pack,
Wow.
but I did make it to day two. So
Well, at least
yeah, you know what I did, and I mean I just didn't even learn my lesson in the first round. If Yoden is available, the other guy played Yoden. I should have realized that, and I should have just been more prepared for it because you can beat Yoden. But I like would. It's just with all those gold cards and you having everything, I was just having fun playing with some things I don't normally have,
yeah, I
and
mean
then Yoden would smash me.
most 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 of my matches were with Auric and what was the other guy? Uh,
Renan.
the upgrade of Auric.
Valimor. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did Valimor a couple times. I was doing Prince Renan a couple times. Again, because I never owned those cards, but since I never owned those cards, I wasn't that good with them, so I got my butt kicked.
Well,
and
pretty
I
much I was having fun, so I guess
and
that's what happened to you too.
And I did just forget that when Yoden was out pre Kitty, he just destroyed everything. And he still beats Kitty sometimes. But he certainly beats everything if you don't prepare for it, if you don't play those cards that don't die to splash damage and stuff. And I did use Yoden a couple times, but I had always had Yoden. So I definitely had a little like, oh, let's just have fun and play with cards I haven't played with that much before.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter because I knew I wasn't going to do good enough to like be a top player. I'm just not that much into the full game meta. So I just had a little fun. And a quick shout out here to Paul Taylor. I give you a howdy. We still got
Hello.
Birds, Bees, and Trees hanging out with us over on Twitch, plus one other who hasn't identified themselves yet. But if you say hi, I will try to give you a shout out as well.
Hey, birds, bees, and trees. I don't see you here, but you're over there, so hello.
I don't know if I set up the chat thing to work, so I'm going to do that really quick. I think I forgot. Let me see. Did Paul Taylor's thing? I'll check it one more time. Nope. Wait. Here? Oh, here. Let me try
Oh, I'm
DeFizz's
waiting. I'm not
comment.
going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, but let's go ahead and go to the proposals tab here. So, um, let's see.
Deus is fishing for his shout out.
Tails says he doesn't need a shout out. He said no shout out is needed.
Yeah, it's
So,
like, nah, you don't have to, you don't have
yeah.
to. Hello, Tales from the Crypt Monster. Thanks for joining our
I
show.
wonder if my chat thing is just not working for some reason. That's
Special
odd.
shout out for Tales, aka Sinister.
Yes. he is also playing Illuvium with you, so this should be the thing that you guys talk to. And shout out to Eli Ross who just came in because that is the thing that you guys have similar to each other right now. And there's Ank.
Sure. But I mean, no, we also both into Splinterlands, so
Yeah, that's weird.
that's another
The
thing.
the
That's another
chat
thing we
thing's not
covered.
working tonight, guys, so I'm not bringing up messages on screen. It would seem. But thanks, Ank, for telling everyone to smash the like. It's good to see a
Hey,
few more
Hank,
people showing up.
nice to see you too, and nice to see some of your goat foil purchases over the week.
Yeah, yeah. Real good shout out to all the guys who are still killing it on Twitter. I need to kind of join in on that a little more. I haven't been doing my job there at all, and
Twix. It's called
yeah.
Twix.
Okay, well, X,
Twix.
Twix now is what it's called.
Yeah, Twitter
Twix.
and X Twix.
Okay, that's not a bad name actually. I can go with that. I can go with Twix.
Right?
So
I like it.
yeah, so I mean, just going over these quickly because none of these are really crazy. Have you heard about all of these? So the update
According
minimal.
to right like 10 minutes before the show, I was going through Twix and I saw a post from Budok. Apparently, three huge proposals have passed. So
Well, yeah,
yeah,
that we were going to go over that first, but I mean last, but I wanted to go over the new ones first. So this one's kind of simple. Just instead of letting people rent cards out for zero point 0.1 DEC, change it to 1 DEC. This is kind of to try to get the fees of burning DEC up a little bit more on rentals. And honestly, I have no problem with this. 1 DEC floor is fine to me.
I don't
Um,
either. I don't rent out. So yeah.
This is kind of cool. I don't know if you know much about Immortal Creed. They were on the People's Guild show this week. The creators of this game. It's
No,
on
but
Hive and Polygon,
yeah,
and
I
they're
haven't.
doing a special promotion.
Yeah,
Do you know what it is?
I haven't heard the People's Guild episode, but I've read the proposal and it was interesting. Yeah, a limited
Yeah, I
set.
mean, if somebody else wants to sell their packs for DEC and then says they're going to be nice enough to burn that DEC, I have no problem because they could sell their packs for DEC and keep the DEC. So it's just a chance for us to maybe get a little DEC burned and a little cookie for all of us that you can go ahead and get yourself into um, this Immortal Creed game. So now, obviously you'll have a little bit of time for this to pass. They'll announce when the actual sale is. I'm going to try to take a look at this. I'll try to do a YouTube video on the game. It is playable from what they said, and I have never tried it. Don't know much about it. It is a trading card game like Splinterlands, from what I understand. And probably an auto battler too, but I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on any of this because I haven't looked into the game yet. Hepthorn said he played it. He thought it was pretty fun. He went to play 1 or 2 games before their show, ended up playing 30 or 40 games because it was fun. So that says something for it. And it's on Hive, but it is also on Polygon. But they got more support from the Hive community, so right now they're more connected to Hive. So
I'm curious, would that potentially equate to a breach between Hive and Polygon?
Polygon, yes, that is something that they're hoping to do. And then maybe once you bring some Polygon people in, if they come in through Immortal Creed, maybe they find Splinterlands, right?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking also the other way route, like I mean, a route out eventually.
Now, this one I need to give a read to. I heard about it. I want to see what these price targets are, but I do like this idea. It makes sense for the DAO to take some profit on ETH, on the expected ETH pump we're going into. So let's see if it's easy enough to find these price targets. So if it's over 5,000, they'll sell 4 and get 20K. We'll continue. They have right now 100 Ethereum tokens, so that's a lot. So why not let them sell 4? That's not a big deal. Yeah, so like I'm okay with this. If it goes up to $5,000, which a lot of people think it will be going to, we can put a little bit of money into here that is stable, and that makes sense to me. Actually, oh wait, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Okay, each week they'll sell 4. Sorry, they have 100 tokens remaining in Ethereum wallet. As of the time we're writing this, they actually have almost 300 ETH. So Yeah, I mean, I don't see any problem with saying that they could sell this into cash over time because ETH isn't our coin, right?
Yeah,
And
and stable is stable. I mean,
yeah, and as long as it's going in the stable. So I'll support this to go at least to the next level. I'll probably think about it a little bit longer and see what the other community is thinking before I vote on the final proposal. So these are our pre-proposals. I'll vote for it here too because sometimes it seems like when I vote on Hive, it doesn't come through to here. The little button doesn't turn green.
and in the
As far
meantime,
as
in
oh
the
wait, go what
meantime,
is
welcome to Play the Zero and Bolts 85 who join us in the chat as well.
yes, welcome guys, welcome. I'm gonna support the Matt promo card. I like the idea of doing a card of Matt, DAO sponsored, and everything about this seems fine to me. So as long as hopefully the team doesn't mind making it, but I bet you they could put something together without too much trouble. And
Or
now
if the
let's go.
DAO is paying, why not? Why wouldn't they?
So now we can go to what to the big thing that passed. So this is the change that we're gonna have to pay 2,000 DEC or 40 vouchers to play in Wild once this goes into effect. And
Which
I
is
know Nate
clearly going
dropped.
to.
I'll see if I can find it. But Nate dropped an image on Twitter. He probably dropped it other places too. But if we search up our buddy Nate, we should be able to. Did he actually not drop it here? Aw, Nate, why are you making me look silly? Well, I saw it on Twitter though, so somebody else must have posted that he posted it. Let me see in the replies, maybe. Nate's making me look silly, so I'll have to go find it on Discord. But did you see it?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't even know what it's about.
Do,
But
do,
I would
do,
guess it's connected
do.
with the proposal.
Yeah, it does connect with this proposal. It's basically the pass. They dropped he dropped a teaser of what it's going to look like when you buy the thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
if I can,
Just
so
visual. No,
yeah,
no,
just
no
visual.
alcohol or anything.
So I wonder if he was nice enough to put it in the eye candy tab. It's doubtful for me to say that.
Yeah, probably not.
It was maybe
Maybe somebody in the chat will help you.
it's supposed to be on the Mav server.
You're supposed you're supposed to not be the only one that's seen it. So
Let's see. Shop.
check check rewards. Why you haven't checked your conflict?
This is Mavs.
Oh, okay.
I've tried. He said that it was somewhere on the Mav server. Um, it's where would
Well,
it
you
be?
probably are
Maybe.
not high enough rating to need to buy.
Okay,
But
maybe if I go to battle. Let me claim my end of season glint here.
yay, 22,000. Well, when did you make 22,000, man?
I have no
Are
idea
you
how I
running?
earned
Are you
that.
running a bot in maths?
I guess so. Look, I have 91 energy in here. Okay, so in wild, let me close this. If I want to battle, oh no, it's letting me battle. Huh. Chat, did anybody know where it is? No, nobody said anything yet.
Yeah, just as buffled as I am.
Let's see here.
Are you sure you didn't dream about it?
No, I saw it. I saw it on Twitter. I'll go look for it on Twitter on the other tab while you entertain the chat for a while.
How am I going to entertain the chat? I'm going to
I don't
dance.
know. Talk to him about something.
No,
Talk to
I
him
mean,
about your. Well, talk to him about your what you think about this proposal passing.
well, I have talked about it at length that that's the best thing in a while that will happen. That will happen to the game, I think. And I'm just waiting for the salty people to come in and start arguing with that. I mean, I'm definitely for it. I definitely am thinking the sooner it's implemented, the better. So, um, I don't know if it went through the whole week of pre-proposal. It felt like it was there only for a couple of days. But I'm happy to see it
Yeah,
was made.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's passed, and I think it's a good thing because I think it's going to keep this game possible for a lot more years. Because we all had to agree right now that with Wild, it was allowing a lot of people to set up a bot that could make money and they'd never have to buy anything else. And if you never had to buy anything else and you just kept making money from the game forever, that's going to lead to the end of the game probably. So Wild had a little problem in it, and without a doubt, this was trying to fix that. So,
And
um,
it will be fixing. I mean, either it will fix it or we'll get a huge DC sync. I'm fine with whichever, either. And yeah, are we going to lose some players along the way? Probably. But I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is. I mean,
yeah, I did my video about how it could lead to pumping the game because if Wild becomes kind of profitable again, or people are burning more DEC than the amount of value that's earned in Wild, it should lead to our coins pumping. So it's going to either lead to making Wild a profitable place to play, or it's going to lead to, um, you know, to me it just feels like it's going to lead to a place where things can start to go up again because we'll finally have closed down this loophole that possibly was pushing us down forever.
and yeah, I said I was fine with whichever bad things take off. If it's DC burn, constant DC burn every season, I'm okay with it. If it's less players in Wild, therefore bigger earnings per win, fine with that too. Anyways, I'm going to pay with my vouchers, and probably I'm going to pay for both accounts that I'm running. So yeah, there'll be 4,000 DC burned. I mean, 80 vouchers for me burned every season. So there's that.
Yeah,
And
I'll be burning 120 for at least the first couple seasons while I see how this works out and see if the bots earn enough rewards for me to want to keep running them. I'll start to look at their stuff and start to see if just exactly where it is. And I don't know, maybe I was dreaming when I saw the picture of the battle pass because I'm having trouble finding it. I could have swore I was on Twitter and somebody said that it got dropped on the Mavs server.
well,
Um,
and it's not battle pass per se, but yeah, it's a wild pass maybe, pass for
yeah,
wild.
Wild Pass, Wild Pass. We're not expecting it to be a battle pass, right?
Yeah.
Well, here, okay, fine. Let's go claim some Lorcuses
Huh.
on the test server.
What we're saying, what do you think the number will get down to? I'm thinking 15,000 accounts for the first few seasons. Well, it's all speculation at this point, but
Ooh, I got more
we'll
here. I
see.
got 10. Still
Nice.
no gold though.
Permit, yeah, permit is probably the most adequate way of putting it.
Let's see. You would think it would be in the shop somewhere.
Well, Plato saying, I think I saw an image of on Math chat, but nowhere else.
Okay, so it's in Mav chat. Well, we're trying to show it to everyone, Plato.
Oh,
So
now go.
somebody tweeted it out. I wonder if they made him delete it. Oh, look, I found it.
Yeah, I was about to go to Discord to just search all Nate posts.
I was gonna try to do that, but and this is just concept art, guys. But there it is. Your wild access pass, and why
That's
that
it?
popped up?
That's all
Yeah,
you
that's it.
spent so much time for?
Yeah. Well, what did you want from me? Did you think it was gonna? I didn't know how long it was gonna take me. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
that's not okay. Anyways, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
nice.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's a letdown, guys.
It's
But this little thing could be what saves the entire ecosystem, though.
yeah, it looks like Illuvium ingot,
Because
but that's another
because it's
topic.
so cool. Because a new player never has to worry about this, right? They come in, they're gonna probably play in modern because they're gonna want to play the league where they can buy the new packs and the Chaos Legion cards are cheap. They're not gonna ever see this. They're not gonna need this. But who's gonna
Or
need this?
at
All
least
the all of the OGs.
at least when they see this, they will be prepared for it already. So
Yep. Unless you were a Mav, you guys couldn't see that, right? There you go.
see. Oh, is it?
Um,
Did they close Math Chat to the public?
I believe so. Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive because it was so toxic they didn't want the public to be able to read it.
Yeah, there were conversation about that happening, but I never heard about it actually happening. So
Well, yeah, Paul. But again, when the next set comes out, they would no longer be a new player. So they would have been here for a while.
that's what I'm saying. When it comes that time,
But
they'll be
by
prepared
by
for
the
it.
time you need that pass, we've convinced you to be here for a full set or two. So,
So we win.
oh, it is public still. Okay.
Oh,
And then the
see?
other one
No
is
longer there.
we are getting the updated affiliate program. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes them to roll this out. And we are getting ghost card liquidity bots. So this is to allow them to provide enough liquidity bots so everybody can stop crying that they're getting beat up by max level cards in low leagues, hopefully. Because I understand that's still happening. And so the team wanted to basically go to the community, I feel like, and our Warren TX wanted to let the community decide because they originally didn't do ghost liquidity bots. They used real cards, but
Yeah.
this limited how many bots they could make, and it put a lot of onus on somebody to actually level those cards up, move them to accounts, set them up, get them going. It was more work, so hopefully this will be easier. Um though right here they are saying that they're not, they don't have to do this, but it's basically we gave the team the okay to just run accounts that use basically fake cards and earn no rewards. So
Which is important. They have the option to. They might not need it, but they have the option to if they do.
yeah, these are all three proposals that I'm glad that passed. They passed really overwhelmingly, and so that's good to see. Especially because just with Crypto Eater changing this one a little bit, it went from failing to passing. So,
Well, not without his help, but yeah, that's another topic.
yeah, I know, but it did end up, and
You're
I know
like,
he changed it.
okay, I'll
It
change
is
this
changed a
proposal
little
and then
bit.
move to
I'll need to go do a revamp of everything that was changed. They added back the glint. The share of the Glinta rewards, which was the one reason that Bulldog wasn't going to support the remake, and so other than that, it's pretty much the same. I just think some of the numbers are slightly different. But Splinterlands having a good affiliate program makes a lot of sense. I mean, I pump lots of content now for Big Time, maybe even more content than I do for Splinterlands. And the truth is, guys, they have an affiliate program.
I will,
And
yeah.
it's a better game to stream, in my opinion. Though I think this guy wants me to stream Splinterlands matches and a little bit to see if people will watch it. I know that Silence does that. He does those
If
grinds.
you're pointing at me because on my screen I'm down, but if you're pointing at me, I
Yeah,
don't.
on my screen, you're above me. So if I'm pointing
Yeah,
up, I'm pointing at you. So we'll see.
I don't care what you stream, and I just like. I mean, uh, technically, what made you mostly a streamer was Splinterland. So I mean,
Well, Gala was a part of it too back in the day, but
eh,
Gala is not anymore. So, but Tails brings up an interesting point. We do need to figure out what to do with all those nifty card packs. That experiment didn't work, so we should get them back.
and burn.
One
What?
of the things I'm worried about in general with the whole new player experience, and I don't know if people would be okay with using the cards from the nifty packs to create more liquidity for rental bots, if we did something like you could use those team owned cards, rent them out, and burn the DEC, like 100% of it, so they would just become DEC sinks. The only thing with that, though, is then you'd have team owned cards fighting with community cards for revenue and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what to do with those cards that
Whatever,
Nifty was
whatever
trying to
was
rent out decks.
whatever was set, it's going to be done. If it's not successful experiment, they said if it doesn't work out, we're going to burn them. So burn,
Yeah,
baby,
that's
burn.
true. Bolts, he hasn't been the same after taking a whooping during the 6-year tournament event, thanks to Ghostly BG and Turbo. Yeah, they're Ghostly BG is a good player, so is Turbo. So I haven't been the same player since the revamp of the scoring. I mean, I'm still stuck in Diamond 2, and I'm feeling like my win ratio is not quite even. Oh, it's close though. I'm 33 and 34.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Wild and got up to Champion 3 going 26 and 10 on the first day, but it's because after I opened up my chest and stuff, I had extra energy. I just burned it all in Wild just to get rid of it really quick.
Makes sense.
And then I went back to Modern. I think that's what I'm going to do at the end of most seasons, because then it gets you the good glint rewards, and it can push you up and stuff. But then go to Modern back when I'm not having to play a lot, because I'm starting to, like, what I do is, like, if I get into a funk like I got into right here, I just stop, because I'm like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if some guys who are cheating are around, if I got stupid, if the good players woke up. But take a break.
It's called tilt, man. When you're in tilt, you don't.
Yeah, because see, I was doing pretty good before that, when I had a couple. I think this was the night before, right? Yeah, but I was doing like win, loss, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, going back and forth, and then ba 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 ba. And one of the reasons I stopped, like I started to stop, I saw a match. This one, when I lost this one, I started to think like, this lineup looks very strange to me. I don't know. What do you think of this lineup here? Who thinks of this? It just surprises me. Now, maybe she is kind of meta up in the front row, but then to have her not at a high level in Melee Monsters only.
Well, I mean, it makes sense with the Void and with the -1 to Magic, since it's immune. So
yeah, the one thing that I would say, this guy makes sense in this meta. And so if he was just looking to get this guy into this fight, and the reason this account beat me was this guy.
Yeah, because probably he was expecting a mirror match, something like you also going with Magic. So he was like, I'll just make sure that nobody poisons my tank, and I'll just try to finish him off with poison.
Yeah, and I just, like, I was doing one more damage than his heal, but I could not get through her quick enough.
Yeah.
And he just had some of the best scatter shotting you'd ever seen. I mean, here we go watch it. I mean, you want to talk about a sniper? Of course, kills her turn 1, so I lose my healer turn 1.
Yeah.
Right, and then it's like, well, can you at least just hit Grim Bardoon, because you can't do much to him because he's immune? Nope, not on the second attack. How about your third attack? Can that go to Grim Bardoon? Nope, that's gonna go poison that guy, so he's gonna die. Okay, well, maybe your fourth attack can finally hit Grim Bardoon, and I think it did. So finally he hit it there. But now I'm like, okay, maybe if he keeps hitting Grim Bardoon, I can survive. But in the end, this guy was just too much. The fact that he still had the 2. But I was just like, wow, that team beat a Grim Bardoon team. I was shocked when I watched it. But then the poison and the attack was just wild. It was pretty crazy.
The scatter shot.
Yeah, it wasn't even the scatter shot. It was the poison. It was he was getting the poison procs, because I had a back row triage for regular damage.
Yeah, but aside from poison, it also has a cripple.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, eventually,
It was an interesting team, though. I mean, it worked. It beat me, but when I saw that team, I was just kind of like, "Wow, that was interesting." And then I started losing more from there, and I was like, "I'm just going to stop playing now."
yeah,
I
you
had
got
a
ahead.
little comeback and won a couple games, but when you lose to Nameless and EDD3, you kind of go like, "All right, it's time to take a break." I don't even know who these people are. their names are their names are very
Nameless,
strange.
nameless.
But but you know, it's always interesting. We're on these long hiatuses now, guys, of Splinterlands not doing a lot of updates. At least not vocally. It's gonna. The one bummer about them not doing town halls is it's gonna probably take us a lot more paying attention to discords and keeping up on going on everything. I do think that overall things are going in the right way. I just hope that they are going the right way for the team. Our tokens, DEC pumped a little bit
Oh,
over the last, at least from its
crypto.
lows. Not recently, but in the last maybe like couple days.
Well, crypto pumped a little bit yesterday, so
SPS is still going down. Vouchers have held above 2, so that's kind of nice. Hive, Hive only being at 30 cents is a bit of a bummer. Just because I feel like Hive will pump first over SPS, but
well,
maybe
but
I'm
it's
wrong on
also
that.
with the increasing value of ETH, it's a cheap buy. So
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely. I mean, I think we're a lot of people right now. The weird thing about this whole ecosystem in crypto, I still think that the Celsius Voyager, SBF, BlockFi is going to affect this bull run in the crypto side because the ETFs don't bring money directly into crypto, but they pump the assets that we're holding in crypto. But if I lost half of my assets to Celsius, all of a sudden I don't really want to turn my Bitcoin into SPS. If I had all my Bitcoin, maybe I would have put a little bit into SPS, but I only have half my Bitcoin. If I had all my ETH, I probably would have swapped one into SPS, but I only have half my ETH. And that story is out there for a lot of people. And
but imagine
so I
if you didn't have any of those.
what? Yeah, if you don't, what do you? Oh, well, if you don't have any of those assets,
Yeah, like if you didn't get anything back.
well, everything looks expensive if you're looking at crimp. Well, if I didn't get anything back, I'd be even worse off. You're right. But now
Exactly.
that I have it, I don't. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. Now, I've only sold. The only thing I bought, I did buy a little bit of DEC with some of my ETH a while back when it got up to like 5K. I brought a tiny bit into the game. And then I brought my parallel starter decks.
You
And
can buy
luckily, the
some.
parallel starter decks have at least paid for themselves
You can
now.
buy some IOV before it's too late. Just saying.
I
They
still don't
announced
believe in. I don't believe in that one. I
they
don't.
announced they announced a date for like uh where they actually starting.
And besides, if I'm gonna buy that token, I'll do it after this massive airdrop they're gonna do to it because there's gonna be some dumping. I'm not gonna buy it pre airdrop.
No, I'm just talking in general because there are some revenue distribution and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
and I know I might be missing it on Illuvium, but I'm not interested in playing that one. I'm going with big time for my game that is like that. If I make a mistake and you guys
oh,
kill it in Illuvium, I'll just
it's
say
nothing like that.
congratulations because
It's
I'm
not
doing all right in big time.
it's nothing
So
like it's
what it's
triple
like
A
with big
triple A
time
version.
is
It's triple A version of Splinterlands. What is Illuvium? It's a pretty much card trading game without Butler.
yeah, but to me though, like what Illuvium is, it's too much like a couple other games that I've already played in crypto. I haven't played anything else that's like Big Time yet. And Big
Right?
Time is going to do their big patch soon. It's going to add in their party system. It's going to add in their social hub, and it's going to add in some new monster types and some new levels. It's going to reset the game and allow new people to come in on an equal footing of old people. I feel like that's going to be a fun time in that game.
I'm not arguing with
So
you. I'm just saying that it's nothing in common between big time and Illuvium.
Oh no, but what I was going to say is the thing that's in common between them is the amount of time you need to play each of those games. Because you don't sit down and play Illuvium for like 20 minutes, right?
You
It's
can.
usually
You can do around for 20 minutes, especially a mining run. You have a certain amount of energy that each mining takes from that energy. So yeah, you can. Once you get into it, I've been doing my runs for 20 minutes.
interesting. If Tails is still here, could I do anything substantial in a game like that if I was only spending like an hour on it a week? Because I don't have a lot of free time. I don't
Why
want to
would
bring
you
another
need?
game in.
Why would you need to ask Tails? You can ask me. I'm longer
Well, I
than.
want hit no because you've already said yes. You're saying I could do a 20-minute run 3 times a
Oh,
week
oh,
and,
you
and,
mean
and do
you
do
mean
some
to
stuff.
say you don't believe me what I'm saying? So
I'm
that's why.
getting a second opinion. Shouldn't you do that in most things?
I don't know. If you tell me, well, I mean, yeah, I guess if you tell me something, I'll double check it too.
He says for airdrops, yes, but he's basically telling me to come play the game, get the airdrop, sell the token, and leave.
Okay, I mean, you can do that, but you might be
Because
missing out. But you can.
and I've thought about doing that, but I was like, you know what? I didn't think I'd play enough to get a very substantial airdrop. Um,
Actually, if you go for the airdrop, I have a suspicion that you might stay because it is addictive. But yeah, they actually part of the points for the airdrop
I don't know. I
are repaid.
watched. And
So
here's the problem, and this is supposed to be into the Splinterverse, but this is what happens when they
yeah,
don't do town halls for 2 weeks, guys. We need stuff to talk about. So the thing is, I watched Tails play when he was playing in the test server still, and are we still in test server in Illuvium?
it's open beta.
But it's
This
still beta, right?
it is better, and the release is on July 25th.
Is there going to be a reset of characters on the release?
Oh, yeah, everything at the moment is sandbox. Nothing from what you're
Okay,
doing
yeah. So
now.
so nothing you do now counts. It'll all get
Yeah,
wiped, but you do earn points towards an airdrop.
yeah, you
Okay,
get dropped some Illuvium, some IOV tokens, but you start from scratch, like with.
yeah, and then though, from what I understand, is that wow till July 25th. That's a long time. Um, but then from what I understand in
Put
in
on
in,
time
in the
one
ILV,
month, 1 month and 2 weeks, man. 1 month and a half.
oh gosh, and I'm totally I'm missing the Twitch chat. Dang it. Let me get that up just in case anybody was saying anything. I'm gonna feel bad. Oh, it's birds, bees, and trees. Sorry. Oh man, sorry. Okay. Sorry, birds, bees, and trees. I know you were talking a lot and I totally did not see it all. I got distracted by looking for Nate's picture and I forgot to put back up the Twitch chat. He was asking some of the stuff about the different proposals we were going into and probably left because I wasn't answering it. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it out this weekend. I do usually have a little bit of free time to play on the weekend. I can go try to check it out for a little bit. But from what I've seen, the real world is impressive. The battle system is kind of poor. And the thing that
What do you
scares
mean
me
poor?
about getting into the game, I think the battle system is poor. I think that you get a weird little top down, like almost top down side version on a weird brown box where your monsters run around and fight each other. It's not impressive to me. It just isn't.
Yeah.
The world is impressive. When people are running around, world is impressive. Battle system, to me, it's not.
Have you battled
Um,
yourself?
I've watched people battle. That's
Yeah.
that's the best I can say.
Okay.
So that doesn't impress me. The thing that scares me is when Tails was playing one day and I was watching him, he caught some like tier. He had a chance to catch some like tier 5 thing.
Uh-huh.
For him to try this, he was going to have to buy a token that was relatively expensive, and then it had like an 80% chance to catch it, and then he failed.
Yeah.
And then he went on to explain that it happened to him like twice in a row.
Yeah. The
So
problem is the problem is at the moment the drop rates are kind of screwed for everybody in the test server, but that's why they're doing the testing so they can sort things out. Earlier in the beta, everything was pretty normal, like 60% chance was pretty much good enough to to catch the alluvials. Yeah, I guess they figured it's too easy to be 90% successful and 60% chance. So they're now adjusting stuff, and yeah, they overdid it. But yeah, I mean it will
Yeah,
still be there.
okay.
The chance of
But
you
but
getting a rare illuvio and not being able to catch it will still be there, and
yeah,
it's
see,
part of
so
the fun.
the thing I don't fully understand, and yes, this is into Alluviverse right now for a little while, guys, but it's the middle of the show, so most people won't see this because only you special guys who are live now are here. So like like from here's the thing that am kind of wondering. So you can play big time and never put a dime into it and technically get lucky and make some money.
You can illuvium too.
Can you do that in Illuvium? Not
Yes,
one dime in, not one
not
dime.
well. No, yeah, not one diamond because usually tier zero illuvios they are in tier zero land and they're free. But people will be needing tier zero illuvials to start fighting the tier one illuvials. So they have to amass a good collection of tier zero illuvials in order to progress. So they might do it by playing for 10 hours a day, or they might get lazy and buy off the illuvials,
Okay,
the tier zero.
can you play the entire game to where I could say like I have max level items in the game and can fight against the best players without an investment?
No, of course not.
Okay, well then it's not big time. So right
Okay.
there, big time when it comes to the game side of the game, you can come in, you can find any player can find the best watches, the best shields, the best swords. Any player can go to level 70, run the max dungeons that there are in the game at level 70. You only you have to make the conscious choice that you want to get into the cosmetic side of the game because all the NFTs are only cosmetic. They're not within the game. It's a different idea. So this is where, to me, Illuvium is the same idea that I've seen tried in a lot of games, and I feel like from what I've seen, it's going to get too expensive to work. Now, I could be wrong, maybe because it could be good enough quality that people are willing to shell out the money. But if I'm going to get stuck as a new player who's there for free and get to a point where I can only have level 1 or 2 alluvials and I can't get level 3 alluvials unless I invest money. And
No, but the thing is,
I
what you
understand that
do,
Splinterlands you need to invest money to get into too, but
no,
this is
but
why I don't want to get into another game that is like that.
see, it depends how much time you invest because, as I said, if you start selling tier zero illuvials and you reinvest the money instead of pulling them out, then you can start catching tier one illuvials. You can start selling those. So pretty much, if you have the time, you can basically reach to top tiers without spending a single dime. I mean, at some point travel to higher tier lands cost you money, but as I said, if you're selling and with the profit, you just do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, so it kind of sounds like it would mimic my entry into Splinterlands back in the day. I did have to come in and spend a tiny bit of money. This one maybe is a little better because you could spend no money, but then you got to kind of grind. You got to play enough to earn assets, to sell the assets, and then put that money back into the game, and then slowly progress. And
Yeah.
while that definitely could work and is a compelling argument for somebody with a lot of time, I just have less time than I did 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Understandable.
My kids are older, work is busier, I've got other things competing for my time, so I'm not going to want to grind it and I'm not going to whale it because I don't I just like I don't I'm already a whale in a game like that, right? I already have a huge amount of Splinterlands assets. So my next kind of stuff I'm looking into, I want it to be different. Um Yeah,
See,
yeah,
no, what the
but
main
the
appeal.
difference. See, Tails is saying no free lunch, and Tails, that stream sounds interesting. I wouldn't mind doing it. There's a different side of this whole Web 3 gaming that that I'm interested in taking part in, and it's what the big time people are doing, is that you make a game, you give 100% of that game to your community, you let them play the game, and then you make your NFTs cosmetic, and you make those cosmetic NFTs able to earn your token. But your game is just a game, and your game can be played at a very high level by everybody who is there, and they don't have to invest in anything. And every once in a while, it's not going to be 1 out of 10 or even 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000, but 1 out of 10,000 or 1 out of 100,000 guy is going to find an NFT that has high rarity. And we already know one of those one of whatever guys, because Ape, the first day he played it without putting any money into it, found an epic NFT worth hundreds of dollars. That was, of course, Ape did what Ape does, and he aped in and bought a crap load of stuff because of that, and then didn't find anything else for a while. Didn't understand how lucky he was, but still, and that's the kind of stories that kind of happened sometimes in Splinterlands back in the day, right? When we could get gold foil legendary rewards cards and things like that. So that model to me is a very different model. The model of you can come in and you have to invest some money to get your stuff, and then grind up, and then eventually need to either sell assets or invest more. That's kind of the normal Splinterlands wheel.
Oh, we can go to the part that is now normal, with which I started. Do you remember what I first told you when we started talking
The
today
airdrop?
about? No, no, I told you a certain phrase. Steve, go do something. I said go buy some IOV. I didn't say go play.
Oh, just buy the token. Well, yeah, you could speculate on the token
No, it's
just by
not.
speculating it.
It's not speculation. That's what I'm saying. With the part that is not that is unique for the project, and it's not like any other project. Is when you stake your IOV, regardless if you stake it by itself, which has lower APR, or you stake it in a pool with ETH, you get revenue distribution. Every single dollar they make from this, like you have to pay to travel every time, you have to pay to craft every time, like these microtransactions, they pile up, and every so often, all this money that is already in there, they distribute it to the IOV token holders. So that's kind of like a
Okay, well
passive
that's interesting.
income
I
thing.
guess I could look into their tokenomic model and see
Yeah,
if that
yeah,
has some incentive.
and that was all I was saying to you, because I didn't want to go deep into the Illuvium topic at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, and Tails, I don't know. I don't know if he sold that particular one. I know he ended up buying a ton of NFTs, and he did it before me when they were cheaper. Everything in big time has gone down in value in the last couple. I'd say in the last about 3 weeks to a month, but it's because they announced the patch that was going to do the next wipe, and the wipe is going to rub some people the wrong way. I wasn't, and I think there was an overreaction to the wipe because they gave people now over a month to get ready for the wipe. But still, people freaked out like the world was ending because Big Time's going to wipe our server tomorrow when they announced it was coming soon. And then it's been over a month and it still hasn't happened. And it's probably happening in the next couple, I think like the next week or so, but they're going to have over a month. So some things went down. I know my Time Warden I bought for 1,000. It went up to being worth like 1,600. I've rented it out and gotten about $600 to $700 in rental income from it. Right now, I've been using it in the game instead, and but the price fell back down to like $1,000. So while the NFT is worth what I bought it for, which is nice, it has that discount of what I earned because of all that rental income. Now that rental income did go back into the game, except for a couple $100 that I'm still holding, because I bought an armory, I bought a space, I bought some other things. I bought some time crystals so I could try crafting in the game. But that was all stuff that I started to do because I decided to play with their outside economy. I still don't play their crypto side of that game. I only do free dungeons. I have never been in a prestige dungeon. I did find my third NFT the other day and during my live stream. I have a shield now.
Hmm.
So it was only a common NFT, so it was only worth like $20 or $30, but still, it was cool to find that. Um, so and to me, Splinterlands is always gonna, and Tails is right. Splinterlands is gonna have this problem. It's gonna have the problem for the fight for your attention. But Splinterlands is still my game I play on my phone. My battles today I did on my phone. Now I'll do battles at night, a couple more if I didn't have enough time to do them on my phone. I had a weird work day where somebody decided to do a 30-minute meeting during my lunch break time usually, so my walk was shorter today, so I didn't play that many games. And I hit that losing streak, and I just turned it off, and finished my walk and went back to work. um, and I tried to play earlier tonight, but I realized I can't play Splinterlands in parallel at the same time. I've realized I try, but it doesn't work because I end up either messing up in parallel because I spend up too much time making a team, or I don't make a team and I surrender and I go, okay, this just doesn't work.
Which makes
So,
sense. Playing two games at the same time.
you know what everything in big time that sold originally was sold during the last bull run, Tails. So to say it was sold for 500 and is now worth 40 is a little bit strange. I mean, I have to double check that. I don't know if I really want to go do that. We're going all over the place right now. So let me go look at. I didn't think any spaces were down to $40, but I'll go take a look really quick. I feel like if they're that cheap, maybe I'll buy some.
Hmm. Come on, Django. You don't need announcement. You should know it's Thursday. Of course, we're streaming.
Yeah, we stream every Thursday, and
Don't
I
give
did
me
forget to. I
excuses.
forgot to put it on Discord, but I did put it in the Twitterverse. Oh no, wait, spaces are up near the top. I'm such a dummy. Space.
Anyways, it has nothing to do with Splinterlands today's. It's with the Splinterverse today's stream, so you're fine. You didn't
So
much.
rare spaces are still $80. Which ones are? Is there anything? Is that? I thought that's the lowest space. Yeah, that's the lowest space. So there's no spaces selling only for 40. That's a
It's
miss.
80-40, like potato.
80 40. It's only 2x.
Oh yeah, but on a 500.
Well, I don't think these ones were. I don't even know what these were going for at the time they were originally. I know I bought a small epic space for. Well, I can go look actually. My collection. I know it's down. It's certainly down, but I bought it with profit. So, but it doesn't. Let's see. For Steve, I paid 251. So it's down to 100. This is all. I am thinking about buying another one because
Yeah,
then,
but you paid 250, but somebody before you paid 550, right?
yeah, somebody played 550 before me, and this generates money because it gives you cracked hourglasses, and cracked hourglasses can be burned into big time. So it's basically like almost like buying a node. It has a regular cracked hourglass payout schedule, but it has some randomness to which hourglass you get. There's one you can get. Mine's epic, so I can get common, uncommon, rare, or epic. The better your space is, the better your top rarity is whatever rarity your space is. So it's one of those things where, like I said, they are in a downturn, but I expect this to start to recover after the new version of the game comes out and people try to bring. Here's my little shield I found. My little.
Nice.
And then I crafted these with the materials that I've played in the game. These uncommon hourglasses. So these I actually crafted in game, so they've never
Which
been
sell for
sold.
36 cents?
No, I don't think they sell for 36 cents. Let's go take a
No,
look.
it was just a random number on top of my head, man. I have no idea.
Um,
It was a figure of speech.
Yeah, but we're just going all over the crypto place today. Mystery boxes, footsteps, emotes, decorations,
Yeah, we're going all over the place big time, huh?
weapon. No, we were talking alluvium for like 20 minutes. Don't.
No, I said we're going big time all over the place.
Weapons, hourglasses. $30 for an uncommon.
Oh, I see 587. So, but that's common.
Well,
Okay.
that's a common one.
Okay.
So, and I should be able to, with the items I've found in the game so far, I should be able to craft one of these ones. Because you got to craft, the way it works is you got to craft 3 of these to make one of these, and then 3 of these to make one of those, and then 3 of these to make one of these, 3 of these ones to make one of these ones. So that's why everything goes up in price by
It
about
doesn't make
3.
sense because
These are
rare,
actually kind of cheap because you would need 3 of these to make one of these, and these are so you can get 3 of these for 15, and if you craft it into one of these, sell it for 30. That's actually
yeah,
a pretty good deal.
but rare to epic is not the case. You're better off selling rares than making an epic.
Yeah, you're right.
I know
But
I'm
that's just what the market is at right now. Markets don't always make sense.
well,
And this is why there's opportunities in markets. Also, this is only starting at, there could just be one person trying to dump one, right? Because they want some money.
Paul Taylor, on your question, they first have to, well, I mean, they might be able to act quickly, so the proposal should finish before the end of the season, so we might see it from next season, yeah. But that depends how
Yeah,
prepared they
Paul.
are.
I think there's a chance it comes in next season, mostly because this was something that Matt thought up of. And so since it was his proposal and it passed, I think the team might react to that one a little bit quicker. And Nate already dropped the artwork that we showed earlier. We can bring that back up. The big crazy pass to rule them all.
You spent so much time recovering it, so yeah, we might as well bring it back up.
Yeah. So here is the wild pass. It's already on Mav server, except for I couldn't find it on Mav server. Maybe he meant it's already in. But I think I misread what he said. This is probably on their test server on their sandbox, because when it said like Nate, it's on Mav. It must have meant in Mav chat.
Yeah,
Nate dropped it is what I saw, but I couldn't remember exactly what the tweet was. So
into the Splinterverse.
yeah, DeFizz, you got your rare space for $2.99, and now they're like 100, right? And like I got my epic for $2.50. It was actually a good deal at the time, but now they're like 100. I think rare spaces are like, so like right now, if for me, I'm probably gonna buy another space, and I was gonna buy a rare one, but I'm probably gonna look into getting an epic one since they've gone down in price so much. So.
And gathering, yeah, it's in the proposal it says 40 vouchers, 2,000 DT, so I would think that it's pretty much set in stone. There is no variations on that, so that's what you should expect. 40 vouchers or 2,000 DC.
Oh, and I don't know is Coinbase a good place to sell from PayPal? Do you mean versus PayPal? I mean, I have a Coinbase account. I KYC'd it a long time ago, so that's where I usually take money in and out of crypto. I have a bunch of money in PayPal because that's where my Celsius money went, and I need to move it out of there, but I haven't yet. So I just put 2-factor authentication on it to make it safer, and it's sitting there, my Bitcoin, and I'm just trying to decide where I want to move it to, because I don't really want it in the PayPal crypto wallet, but that's where it's hanging out right now. But I don't know what you mean by that. They want KYC from 2+ years ago. I don't fully understand that. And yeah, I don't know, Tails. Should we change the name of the show to Into the Web3 verse instead of Into the Splinterverse? I don't think so. Yeah. We did start talking about Splinterlands for a long time, and this is still our homepage where we look at our tokens. But during these, if they're going to only do town halls once a week, we don't have as much fodder to come to you guys with. So
no, we can basically talk for whatever we want, but the show is still Into the Splinterverse, and its main focus is Into the Splinterverse.
Yeah, and you know what? We should probably try to get some more guests, but guests are harder for us to get. We're on the West Coast. Most of the people that seem to be into Splinterlands are not on the West Coast, so our 8 o'clock start is tough for a lot of them. But there are some interesting people. I mean, the bad thing is, I don't want to keep riding the coattails of into the of the People's Guild, but it would make some sense to maybe have the Immortal Creed guys on the show to talk about their game after we check it out, because I think you might check it out too.
Oh, at
And
this point, I think Jangles is used to that already. And anyway,
yeah,
every now and then he's called Bebeomega, so it's okay. It's fine.
yeah, so yeah, he's on the far west coast. You can make the show because you're almost on the other side of the world. So our show's during the middle of the day for you. But so you're the exception, and that's why I think you're our, even at 2 visits, you might be the most. Has he been on the show more than anybody else? I don't think we've had anybody else 2 times. Maybe Tails, because Tails sometimes just jumped in with us because we were arguing with him.
I think probably Tails. I mean, Django's have been here every single episode in the chat, but I'm
True.
talking, yeah.
So, hey, Supreme, thank you. Yeah, the New York crowd. The New York crowd of people who we try to get on the show don't usually want to come on because we're starting too late for them. So that's kind of a bummer. And gathering, I saw your little thing. All the Celsius money came back to us in Bitcoin and ETH. That's all they gave out. So if you had other tokens, those tokens are gone, and you get Bitcoin and ETH instead. So that's just the way it works. And then we're going to get stocks at some point, in theory. But boy, I have no idea what's going on with that. So, yay for crypto mining stocks. If Bitcoin's up at like 150,000, that company might actually be making money because they have Bitcoin miners. But I have no idea when we'll get the stocks, so. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool that it's your Friday mornings. Yeah, it's my Thursday nights. So, though we did see this stop going up, so that's a good thing. We had a funny little dip and it came back. I don't know what that was about. So that was interesting. How'd your end of season go? Should I play back mine?
No.
Just for fun. Let me see.
What do you mean end of season? There is no more end of season.
Well, didn't you go shopping or no? On the reset?
Oh, I mean, part of it, yeah, I did buy my legendaries.
Yeah, I bought my legendaries, so I think there's a way to...
I'm like 3 cards. I think I'm 3 cards away from maxing my Soulbound reward cards.
So this was my ultimate chest reveal. Didn't brag about it because I don't remember it being amazing. I did get a couple shaky chests, but they were just legendary cards, I think. Oh, I lied. I didn't get anything.
Not even one.
Yeah, not even one shaky. So, yeah, that's why I didn't brag about these. And then I also bought 10 legendaries. And remember, I'm still hunting my barracks. He's not max level yet. So I was looking for him. It is kind of fun to do this. Shaky, 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 shaky. Where are you, barracks? Where are you, barracks? Barracks, where are you? There you are. And let's see.
That's the one you needed.
No, I need 3, and I got 2.
Good.
So I still need 1 more.
And now
so next season,
how long it will take for the last one to show up?
Yeah, how long is it going to take for the last one? And then since the ultimate chest sucked so much, I bought some major chests to see if I could find some luck there. So we could do those really quick. This is where I got a couple shakies.
Surprise.
But I didn't get any jackpots. I just got.
That's think of the past.
Yeah, I know. That is a thing of the past to get every season, right? So just these ones are all just going in here. Really, I don't mind buying these because the merit numbers are pretty solid. So like I like getting the merits. I might as well get the potions because I'll use them eventually. And then I got myself a Kulu, and I think one more Shook. But I don't remember who it was. I don't really pay attention to the legendaries anymore unless they're barracks because they're just extras. So that's the one problem about this. Like normally would I consider doing a video for this? Sure. And this is something that they've given us again. No, I just got the one shaky, is the ability to do like end of season, legendary flipping and chests and stuff like that.
More like beginning of season.
Well, yeah, beginning of season, beginning of the next season, because everything does it. But the problem is we're not very, it's just not hype, because this stuff is all old. Unless you get a jackpot item, it's just like whatever. These cards are old. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I need
but
to buy. I haven't bought my merits yet, so I need to buy
yeah,
my
but new
10 merits.
new reward cards are coming up soon, so
Yes, they are coming soon, and so hopefully we'll get to see those, and then hopefully we'll finally see what kind of unlock we're gonna get.
yeah.
Um, let's go look at my land. I'm supposed to do that every week. We'll check out the trade hub first, and we will check out my contribution here. Last week I didn't change it, so we're still sitting at 23,000 deck and 1.5 million grain. So those numbers have been pretty standard. One thing I did think that they need to do here. You see how they have this the fees earned column. It would be nice if they started to put your share of
Yeah,
that.
they will. They said that they will do that, but I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
whenever they have
So
the time.
so we'll see when you do that. I mean, the only way to do that, and I did this terribly last time, and I made it look like this was the craziest farm of all time of all history, because I am less than 1%, so I need to do 2 zeros and then a 9, right? No, 3 zeros. I need 3 zeros. I'm less than 0.1%. So I'm this much of the pool, and so far the pool has made $574.72. I've earned 56 cents. The first time I did this, I said I had earned like $40. And then I was like, wait, there's no way I earned $40.
On a $50 investment.
Yeah, I did very, very bad percentage changing to decimal. So that's that. And then I can go and we can do some claiming. Let's see if we can get something besides a common totem. Go here. So we're going to claim our 700,000 grain. Nope, just got grain. Actually, it was 2 million grain that I claimed. Cost 700,000. Then we're going to spend a bunch of that grain to claim these. Ooh, we got a rare totem fragment.
Nice.
That's nice. And we'll claim a little bit of SPS. I do not have very many things on SPS anymore, so this 1800 is not bad. Don't usually expect to get a totem on that one though, because it's such a small claim. And then what we can do, we can sort by capacity. 29%. Do you think I should claim them or let that build up a little? What do you guys think? We'll throw it to the chat. 29%. Should we claim it? It's high enough to cover the fee, that's for sure. But I don't know. I know the longer you go between these, claiming these, is the higher percentage chance you get to get a
It's still
totem.
RNG.
So we'll wait to see what the chat
It's
says.
still RNG, and it's also you have the streamer's luck, and also if you go after over 1 week, it doesn't accrue anymore. It's
All right.
capped 1 week.
All right, let's claim them. So 29% of my keep. I'm going to get myself 2,000 research, almost 300k grain, and another 173 SPS. But this is all just a tiny bit of refund on the fees that I lose when I claim. Let's see what happens. Oh, nothing special on that one. Now we'll go back. Click on this one. And the numbers here are similar. A little bit lower. This is probably because I don't have quite as many plots running in this one. Okay, so no more totems. One thing we can do, if people haven't done it before, I think we can go and make a totem. I think I have enough fragments to make a rare now. Oh, look, I'm up to 11. So click here, go to combine. So I can rare totem fragment amount. See, this is the part that was confusing me before, because I was like, do I have to click 8? And yes, you do. It's kind of funny that they have it built that way, because why would you be able to combine a lower number? Like, why doesn't it just start at 8?
Well, maybe like the cards.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they add something later on that, like, maybe you can get one for less, but we can go ahead and redeem this. And look at that. We made a rare token. And we have enough. We can make a common.
Yay.
So, right there, 10 to 1. Go ahead and redeem that. Normally, I was trying to sell these fragments, but nobody's really buying them right now. So, instead, I'm just making totems and hoping that at some point, if I don't want these, I can sell them.
Yeah.
So now...
At some point, they'll be valuable, too.
Now we can go back to production. And we want to look at... we want to sort them by boost. And pick... No, wait. We want to... Sorry, I got to move us off screen for a minute. This land thing takes a lot more view. I want to do them by... you can't sort them by production, huh? I guess energy required would be the best way to do it, but the ones with 50 don't necessarily do the best. Right? Oh, grain required is probably the best way to do it. Right? Because grain required, if it's a high number, then it's high PP. So that would be the way to find it. So then I'm looking for my highest PP that don't have a bonus. So this one right here has no bonuses, but it has pretty high PP. So we're going to go here. And we are going to hit manage. And we are going to add my rare totem.
Bravo.
And now we push that up from 259. This is going to create a silly little harvest, but I just did my big harvest, so this is the best time to do these because it's kind of resetting something simple. And then we'll go back to the list. We will sort by grain required. And we will look for our next high one that doesn't have a boost. Here's a 0. Oh, wow. That got really small really fast. 9 grain required. What do I have? Like one person on that? Oh, here's one with 12. That doesn't seem right. That's because
you invoked the harvest.
Oh, it's because I invoked the harvest and they haven't been working. All right. Well, still then the one with the highest number now and no bonus would be this 12 one. Right here, and it's a research one. So yeah, we did a grain one, so we'll do this research one. So we'll go to manage. Yeah, that has some pretty decent cards. They're all like over 2,000. And we will add our common totem. And that pushes it up to about 0.15 more. So guys, that is using your land to make additional things and add them to the game. So,
and with that being said, I think we've been
not bad.
On for a long time.
Yeah, we've been on for a little bit over an hour. We could make these like kind of off-week shows with no guests a little bit shorter. Give us a little bit more time to do other stuff.
Especially when the audience is not really that active.
Yeah, I know we do have some of the regulars here and stuff. I try to do my land stuff once a week on Thursdays, so it makes sense. So yeah, land is still like I'm still interested in land. I still do it like once a week. I don't really pay pay that much attention to it. Um,
because it
I'm
hasn't
kind of,
started yet.
I'm trying to get better at battling, and I am getting better again. Like 33 and 34 is much better than I started last season. I was definitely not one game under 500. I was many more than that. But time will tell. I bought the Lorcases. I don't know if I had did that as of last show. I might have. So that's there, but I haven't bought anything else. And from our bulk purchase, I haven't really started selling anything else because the prices haven't recovered. But guys, if you were in the bulk purchase and you want me just to sell the stuff and try to liquidate it and get you some of that money back from our prizes, let me know, and I'll just start trying to sell it because. And I'm starting to think that we should have took that $700 we were offered for our title, but a couple people said no, hold out for that 1,000, and it hasn't worked out so far. Um, but any last questions? I'll double check on the chat.
Double check.
We got to give him a minute.
I have
There's a
I have
delay.
no questions, so I'm fine waiting.
Tails, let me know he's fine waiting to sell this stuff later. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. You were one of the bigger buyers. I think that, and yeah, and so were you, Bojangles. So if no rush, we can hold off maybe for some prices to go back up. All right, guys. Thanks for being with us. We'll still
It's
be here
been
every Thursday, but not every Thursday. We will have a whole lot of big news to break. And
yeah.
we'll talk about everything else that's going on too once we get through the more important things. So,
Yeah, it's been a
um,
pleasure, guys, and yeah, we might not always stick to the Splinterverse, but that will be anyways the main focus on our shows, and we'll try as much as possible to be on every Thursday. So whenever you have nothing to do on Thursday and you wanna spend some quality time with like-minded people, we'll be here for you, and thanks for being part of our show.